not.
If
it's
you've
our
ever
summer.
read that the January releases were the dumping ground for Hollywood, and then you looked at Australia's releases, you'd be
It
like,
makes no sense.
These
It's like,
people have no taste.
all of the Oscars. It's all of the Oscars films. Every Oscar film. Welcome to the final No Bad Seats of the year. This is the season finale, and yeah, episode 21. I think we've done. It's a fair effort, but it feels like The Office season 1, where we're going to have like a shorter season 1, and then and then next year is going to be a bunch of episodes.
Yeah, season 2 is going to be shaping up to be very big.
If you had to guess, what film do you think of ours, or what podcast episode do you think did the biggest?
I know it's an obscure one.
It
it's
is
not
very
what
obscure.
you expect.
Yeah.
It's not like, I can't even remember some of the big ones we watched, but it's I can't remember. I can't remember.
Relay.
Yes,
We got a bunch of watches on Relay,
Interesting.
which is very cool. Maybe it's because we called the number.
Maybe
Who knows?
people were wondering if it was a good movie or not.
Yeah, who knows? But
hopefully
I
they-
appreciate anyone who came for Relay. We appreciate anybody who stuck around for the rest.
Yeah.
This episode is a little bonus episode. Christmas has been and gone by this point, and
Has it?
by this point,
Oh, by this point. Well.
spoiler alert.
By this point, yes.
Yes,
We
so
are currently before Christmas.
it is before
which-
Christmas, but we are going to release this before New Year's as our
Yes,
final
okay.
episode.
So
and
leading into that, I have a little something for you.
you have mentioned this.
I have. It arrived yesterday, which I'm very happy about. 'cause
Fantastic.
I got notifications that were like, it's going to be arriving Monday 19th. And I was like, we're not filming a podcast by then.
I would like to point out, I did not get him anything. So I'm the horrible person, but I will gladly
This is why I'm
accept
doing
this.
it on the podcast.
This
yeah.
is exactly name and shame.
entrapment.
Entrapment.
All right, so this is just a token of my appreciation for having me around and collaborating. But yeah, I saw this and instantly thought of you, and I was
My
like,
man,
you need this.
let's have a look. Oh my God, yes. Yes, I do. Artifact inside. We got the high ground. You're not going to be able to see it because,
gonna go
as
out
we've
of
learned,
focus.
blurry. My man, thank you so much. This is incredible. High ground, Anakin versus, well, it is technically Darth Vader. It says Obi-Wan versus Darth Vader on here, and that is a fair point.
So I saw these in a shop, and there was other Star Wars ones, and there was some Avengers ones and things like that. And I was like, these are cool.
These are cool.
And then I saw.
I've never
I think
seen these.
They had the Darth Vader one or something. I think it's Darth Vader
Yeah,
and Luke. And I was
versus
like, oh, that's
Luke,
cool.
yeah.
And then I
Ahsoka
was,
Tano versus Maul. That's cool too.
yeah, that was one of the other ones I spotted, and I was like, I know. I saw the Revenge of the Sith one on there. I was like, I know it.
Five-star
It's got to
film.
be Revenge of the Sith. So I scoured for it, and I found
Man.
it.
Thank you so much. I appreciate
okay,
it. Dude,
Happy.
now I also have a gift for you.
Oh, jeez.
It's my undying appreciation. But thank you. We're going to leave that right here in the center. That is honestly phenomenal. I know exactly where it's going to go. I'm actually talking currently about... We're looking at getting one of those office pods in the backyard because my wife's going to have to work from home and we don't have a lot of space. And I'm like, I've wanted one of these things to move all of my stuff out of...
She's going to have
in
the
there.
space to work, and it's just going to be full of your
It's-
things.
And the thing was that we would get one of these. We've got a massive backyard. That we would get one of these office pods that is dedicated workspace and have two separate desks with bookcase sort of in between.
Yeah.
I'll have my music stuff over there, and then all
So
that.
I first imagined when you said office pod,
Yeah.
one of those small, one-person glass box ones that you see in offices sometimes. I think most people just take a phone call in them.
Like that, but it's
But
an
bigger.
outdoor one. I think even it's not like they're not massive. I think we're looking at 3 by 3 meters, but it's
Yeah.
going to be enough that
You can fit
we
desks
can
in.
walk in and desks on either side, and then on the back wall we're going to have stuff where we can put our books that the kids can't touch. We can put our cool stuff like this. That's.
I just imagined your poor wife sat in a one-by-one box on her laptop.
On her
just
laptop,
surrounded by Star Wars.
surrounded by Star Wars posters and nerd memorabilia. Yes, my poor wife, she deals with a lot. But yeah, so fantastic. That's awesome. Very appreciated. But yes, Christmas is now.
It's in the past.
It's in the past now. Christmas. That was Christmas. And yeah, we're looking now at what's going on in the new year, 2026. Now we're going to get through, and in the first episode of 2026 will be a little bonus, maybe a precursor episode, season 2, episode 0, like that sort of thing. And that'll be our favorite films of 2025. There's a lot on there, but as we said, there's still a few that we're trying to see. So we'll get them all going. But we thought we'd have a look forward. So I've got a list here of all of the films, or the most anticipated films of the year according to this list. So we're going to go through, read what they are, what's coming, and then we're going to just have a brief discussion about what we're most excited about. So first off, this one is definitely going on my most excited list, is The Odyssey.
I mean, whose list is that not on?
Yeah, that's number one. We did get tickets for the IMAX screening, so we're going to go down and watch that in IMAX
like day one too,
one.
isn't it?
I think we're at like the 2 p.m. session or something
cool.
early. We're going to just drive up or drive down to Melbourne and watch it Melbourne IMAX there. So Melbourne IMAX, we're coming for you.
We'll get some straight out of the theatre reactions as well, maybe.
Yeah, we should do that. And then we're going to have a 4-hour drive home, so we could always just
set a camera up and we'll do the podcast while we're driving.
Get the GoPro going and stick it to the. We've got the drive home podcast. So yeah,
that's
the Odyssey,
not a terrible idea.
It's not. There's
that could be really fun.
That could be fun. The Odyssey is that's going to be one of those ones.
Yeah.
Super excited about that. So.
No, like I said, who's not excited for it? It's Christopher Nolan. Mm-hmm. It's Christopher Nolan taking on probably the biggest epic he's taken on.
It's Christopher Nolan shooting 100% in IMAX, which hell yeah.
I haven't seen a film on IMAX for a long time. Yeah, and even then, most of the stuff I've seen in IMAX was the old documentaries.
So have you not been to watch anything? Have we been to IMAX?
No, we haven't. I think we discussed possibly going to see Sinners, and then we just didn't get there.
We did not.
Which was
but
it would have been great.
If they bring Sinners back ever to IMAX, let's go.
Yeah,
let's go watch it.
I know I saw part of Transformers 4 in IMAX. It was only 17 minutes, I think it was, and it was a promotional tour because Mark Wahlberg was there.
Yeah, right.
I'm pretty sure.
So you haven't been.
I don't think, from memory, I don't think I've watched a full film in IMAX.
Wow,
So
okay.
Odyssey's a good start.
Odyssey's a perfect start, but it's not going to be your start because we're going to get you there beforehand. I saw Oppenheimer. I took a day off work and drove down and saw that.
I wish I'd saw Oppenheimer.
And I took a couple of guys from here who hadn't seen anything on IMAX before. I was trying to explain it to them. And then the opening frame is the puddle outside of the house. Mm-hmm. And it's the reflection, and then there's a step in the puddle, and it's just like, it's a very generic, not even generic, it's just a very simple frame. And that happened, but in the IMAX framing. Yep. And the guy next to me was like, oh man, that just blew him away. So
you get that, I think it's 1.33 to 1 ratio. It's
exactly.
So much taller.
Yeah, it's huge. You just get so much more. I missed both the Dune films there. I would love to see.
Oh, yeah. I missed both the Dune films on the big screen. So
yeah, that's blasphemous. But again, hopefully we'll get them back and we'll get a chance to watch them. Maybe we go and watch those because IMAX often plays them. I've seen Interstellar, which in a re-release, which was really cool. I watched. When I lived in Melbourne, I was a member, and I would I would see every blockbuster. In IMAX. Okay. That was just I would go and do that, and they give you every 5th movie's free.
Yeah. Okay. Nice.
Which is pretty cool, but they have damn expensive tickets. So
I've never been close enough to one. So I used to live Newcastle way, and we were sort of 2-3 hours from the Sydney one.
Yep.
The Sydney one was a bit older and
it's not like it is now.
Not the nice big shiny new thing that they've got now. And then never ever been to the Melbourne one. Only ever been to the Sydney one.
Melbourne was at one point the biggest screen in the world.
I was going to say I thought that.
Overtaken by the German cinema, the German IMAX. But at one point, it was the biggest one. There's 3 in maybe 3 or 4 in Melbourne now, because Village just opened one in Fountain Gate. And then Hoyt's opened one in Melbourne Central.
True IMAX, or
and
are they
Chadstone digital IMAX? Not like
yeah. Because the IMAX in Melbourne does the
Oh,
projections.
yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
it?
yeah. IMAX, Melbourne IMAX, like the original Melbourne IMAX is the 1570 mil. Like they've got like the.
And
a lot of it's
that's
done
where
in
we're seeing
digital.
Odyssey, isn't it?
Yep. And we're seeing it in 1570. So, yeah. But I saw Interstellar 1570, which is very cool. And yeah, I saw a lot. Like funnily enough, I saw Zack Snyder's Justice League in IMAX there too because I got premiere tickets.
Yeah.
And I think about it often that they just kept saying they let me. I said, oh, I do a podcast, which I did at the time, and they were like, yep, no worries. So they gave us tickets, but I'm like, I do it with a lot of people, and I got 6 tickets, but I bought a bunch of friends, and I bought people who wanted to see it, but I don't think it maybe appreciated it the way that like that film didn't get a theatrical release, and so many fans worldwide are like, we want to see it in IMAX, and I'm like, my friends who like sort of care have seen it in IMAX, and these people who genuinely really really care have never seen it. Makes me a bit sad. I've got a lot of friends who are from Sydney, Newcastle, all that who didn't get that experience either. So yeah, but yeah, IMAX pretty damn awesome. And the Odyssey in IMAX is going to be sweet. So yeah, next we've got
we have 20 more of these now.
yeah, and we'll power
We'll
through
speed
them.
run.
Spider-Man Brand New Day, so that's 31st of July, which is that's. I think there's a trailer on the way for that. I've heard
Surely.
Rumors of a leak online.
This is the one
seen
they were
it.
filming in Glasgow or London for this.
I think it was London.
might have been
because
London.
remember they did that day one.
It was outside St. Paul's Cathedral because
There
there's
you
like
go.
a shot of random photographer took a photo of him with the wires and everything,
Yep.
and you can see the cathedral
Well, they
in the
did it.
background.
They did a featurette, a day one on
Yes,
set featurette, and they let the public be around and all that,
yeah.
which is cool. So yeah, that's Brand New Day. I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
I think
I'm
Tom
excited.
Holland's Spider-Man wasn't my favorite.
Yep.
He's my least favorite of the 3 of them. But I feel like we spent 3 movies getting him to a point where he can become the Spider-Man we're supposed to know, and I'm
Yes.
keen to see how that plays out in the next film.
Most definitely. I'm also keen to see a new Spidey film that doesn't feel like it was made in COVID because
2016.
was it No Way Home?
No Way Home, yeah.
Was great.
Yep.
Loved it, but there's definite parts
Yeah,
of
yeah.
that film that feel like they're made during COVID,
Yep.
and I was like, it's one of those like slight things.
It's like it's for the time. What can you do? But
Yes,
yeah, and it
yeah.
was like it was like a $2 billion film.
oh yeah, it's
and
still probably the best
in
of
COVID,
the 3
which is crazy.
Tom Holland films, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they brought Andrew back. Avengers Doomsday 16th or 18th of December 2026. So that's, as I said, this slot. It's actually 18th of December, currently 2025. So literally a year from today, Avengers Doomsday. Toy Story 5, June 19th. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, funnily enough, Shrek was supposed to be 2026. It was actually supposed to be the Boxing Day movie next year, but
Yeah,
yeah,
got pushed.
yeah, it got pushed a while ago.
Oh.
So that's 2027 now, I think it's the Toy Story slot, but for 2027. So
Yep.
Toy Story 5's June 2026. May 22nd, we have Star Wars, The Mandalorian and Grogu. That's one that, of the few Star Wars films upcoming, it's probably my the one I'm least excited about, but I will say the trailer didn't really do it for me, but then when I watched the trailer on the big screen, I was like, oh, actually, it sort of changed my perception a bit. Some of the stuff that I thought looked a little janky when watching it on my computer
Yeah.
looked really cool on the big screen.
I think the biggest issue for it currently is that it still looks like the TV show. There needs to be some differentiation.
Yeah, but that's the sort of stuff that I'm talking about. Like the sort of stuff that I thought,
Yeah.
It just looks a bit like the TV show. On the big screen, I was like, oh, actually, no,
Okay.
the trailer looks pretty cool. And yeah.
All right.
July 10th, Moana.
Yep.
Which we've discussed ad nauseum on the podcast, but I'll say what I always say. Moana, I'm here for it, and make Aladdin 2, you cowards. Supergirl is the 26th of June, 2026. All of these are 2026, so I'm just going to stop saying 2026. We know.
Yep.
Masters of the Universe.
Yes, I forgot about this one.
He-Man. I can't remember who's playing He-Man. Can't remember who's playing anyone.
There's some names in there, but
But
yeah,
there is names,
Yeah,
yes.
I can't remember them.
But I'm not really like that's a franchise that's a bit older than me. I'm not really.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Oh, Jared Leto is Skeletor.
Is he?
Yes. that's there is some names.
God.
Yep. So that's
Yeah,
the
right.
5th of June.
The
Masters
only
of the
reason
Universe.
I don't know much about Master of the Universe. This is older than my sort of level, but I know mostly about it from Ted.
Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah. It's like I just
I think
the
it's
He-Man,
Ted, isn't it?
Masters of
Where
the
they
Universe.
talk about it. Maybe it's not Ted. I don't know.
I don't know. I haven't
I
seen
know
Ted
about
much.
it from other pop culture.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
the same. I don't think I've ever seen the show, but I know about He-Man.
And the memes and things like
Yeah.
that, Skeletor and stuff. Yeah,
Devil Wears Prada 2 is May 1st.
I'm pretty keen for that.
Yeah, I'm pretty keen for that. I think that'll be cool. We just discussed this in last week's episode, but Street Fighter, 16th of October.
Excited.
Really cool.
October, that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So, now this isn't on the list because I think it was supposed to come out last year, and it was October last year, but it's now May this year. 2026 is Mortal Kombat 2, obviously. One that we have talked about, January 22nd, is Mighty Supreme. Now that's one that
It is a 2025.
it's 2025
movie,
release.
but
We're getting it in
yeah.
2026. But pretty excited for that.
Yeah,
The
definitely.
next Disney Pixar one in November is Hexed. Don't know much about
I was
that.
going to say, I haven't heard anything about that.
But it's pretty low key.
Hexed, is it?
Hexed. Yeah, it's like a witch
I was
thing.
going to say it sounds like
Yeah.
some witch type of-
Don't know much about it, but you know, it's
Interesting.
whatever the next one is there. Project Hail Mary is March 20th. That's going to be really cool. Now, I was watching a reel the other day, and it said, "This is your top 5 if you're a book bro." And it made me laugh because I was like, okay, let's see. And then the very first book that he pulls up is my favorite all-time series, Red Rising. And he's like, this is the number one. Of course, you have to read the whole series. And I'm like, yep, that's me. Gets on to the second one, hadn't heard of it. Gets on to the third one, and it's the book series I'm currently reading and loving. And then he gets on to the fourth one, and it's Project Hail Mary. And he's like, Project Hail Mary, which is so good. This is the one that your girlfriend doesn't care about, but they are making a film about it starring Ryan Gosling, so your girlfriend's gonna care about. Made me laugh. But Project Hail Mary is from the writer who wrote The Martian. So it's another one of his books. So
Very excited for that one.
I haven't read the
Fraser
book.
Is also DP on that.
Amazing.
And it looks gorgeous.
It
From the
does.
trailers we've seen so far, it looks different and
Yep.
it looks gritty and amazing. And I'm
How do
very
you
keen.
feel on these sorts of things when they, you know, you get to this point, you're 3 months out from a movie, there's a book. I'm like, I sort of want to read the book, but I don't want the movie spoiled for me.
Yeah. I'm definitely more of a movie person,
Yeah.
so I have sort of over the years submitted to just going, I'm going to wait for the film.
Yep.
Because I prefer the film experience.
Yep, fair enough.
I'm not a huge reader. I
Yeah.
have read from time to time. I remember reading Gone Girl before
Yeah.
the movie, which was a great experience. In
My
all fairness.
Christmas gift to him is going to be to go down to the bookshop, buy Red Rising, and be like, this is my gift to you. I saw a thing yesterday, another reel, and it was Ron Weasley doing the, you know, when they're doing reading the tea leaves.
Yes, yep.
And the caption was, you've just told your friends to start reading Red Rising. And it was Ron Weasley reading the tea leaves, and he's like, you're going to suffer, but you're going to be happy about it. And I was like, yep, that's pretty fair. That's pretty fair. You're going to suffer, but you're going to be happy about it. Anyway, Merry Christmas. So, yeah, Project Hail Mary is on the way out. March 6th is The Bride.
Yes, yep. This is the Maggie Gyllenhaal directed.
Maggie Gyllenhaal directed, Jessie Buckley starring, and
Christian Bale too.
And Christian Bale starring as Frank.
Is Jake Gyllenhaal in it as well?
Yes.
Yeah, thought so.
Jake Gyllenhaal, I think, is Dr. Frankenstein.
He
maybe?
might be, yeah.
I don't know.
It looks really fun. It
but
looks different.
It
as
does
well.
look fun. Does look
Yeah.
different. It looks a bit over the top. But yeah, that's super fun. Hoppers, which is the new Disney Pixar film.
Let me guess. Is it coming out for Easter?
It is.
Yes.
But it's about, it's funny, the trailer, it's about them taking the human brain and putting it in animals so that they can talk to animals. And in the thing, she's like, "Oh, so you just made Avatar?" And then they're like, "It's not Avatar." And then she's like, "It's Avatar." And they're like, "But it's not."
So there's a trailer out already.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I don't know if I've seen. I mustn't have seen it.
Yeah, so it looks
Check it
really
out.
fun, but it's about her sort of like taking on and joining the animal kingdom, and
Yeah,
the-
cool.
the-
Okay.
they do have that little bit of like meta humor. It's like, you just made Avatar. No, it's not Avatar. It's something
Yeah.
else. But yeah, that looks fun. Cold Storage, which stars Liam Neeson and Steve Harrington from Stranger Things.
Oh yeah, Joe Keery.
Joe Keery, and someone else whose name I can't remember, who is the third person, the girl in it. This one looks fun. It's about they essentially discover this storage facility that has this like biochemical thing in it, and they
may
have to
have seen
keep
the
it
trailer for
cold,
this
and if
recently.
it escapes, it will kill everyone. And
Yeah, there is a trailer out for this.
yeah, there's a
I
trailer.
think I watched it recently.
It's come out recently, so yeah, that looks fun. Liam Neeson being
Yeah.
silly again, always good. 17, we've got Mercy, which is Rebecca Ferguson and Chris Pratt.
Don't know how I feel about this
Yeah,
one.
I'm a bit torn. I like the concept. I like Rebecca Ferguson always.
Yes, yeah. I don't
But
love
it
Chris Pratt
feels.
always.
I don't like Chris Pratt always, and it feels a little like a COVID movie for me.
I was gonna say, it feels
it's
like one of
very
those
like
movies-
locked in a room, like it's a
Yeah.
bottle episode type thing. The way that the concept is framed, though, it doesn't have to be the case. We could see a lot of footage about other stuff, and we may get a lot of stuff, but from the way the trailer's
Yes.
presented, it looks very like we put Chris Pratt in a room for 2 weeks and filmed him do all these scenes, and Rebecca
Yeah.
Ferguson was in a different room filming her scenes. Hopefully not. It's getting really good reviews.
Oh, okay.
So I'm hopeful that,
Interesting.
you know,
I mean,
for
those,
Rebecca Ferguson's
those
sake,
sort
'cause
of
she
in a
rules.
bottle episodes aren't always bad.
No.
They're just hard to make great.
Yeah.
We've
But the
had,
concept's fun. The concept.
Yeah, I mean,
fun.
like you've got
It's
things
cool.
like Buried with Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Who was in a coffin for a whole
Yeah.
movie. Like, for what it is extremely
I
interesting movie
think
for how
this-
it's done.
This sort of feels a little Minority Report to me too.
Yes, yeah.
And that is a good thing. Minority Report rules.
Super
if this
underrated
can sort of
Spielberg
get,
movie.
if this can sort of get within that realm, then cool.
Yeah.
Give me mercy. Super Mario Galaxy movie, 3rd of April. Yahoo!
Very
Uh,
excited.
Give me that. My son asked me the other day if Yoshi is in the second one, and I'm like, well, he was in the first one at the egg, so we haven't seen him in the trailer, but maybe he'll be in the second one.
Surely.
Surely, you've given us the hint that he's there, so
Yeah.
maybe.
Very excited.
Now, we were just discussing this one, the Dog Stars.
Mm.
Dog Stars, I was like, I don't know what this movie is. Turns out, Ridley Scott has a movie coming out in 3 months that we don't know about. It stars
I mean, Ridley Scott doesn't stop.
Ridley Scott does not stop.
He just-
Jakey Belordi, Margaret Qualley, Benedict Wong, Guy Pearce, and Josh Brolin. Josh Brolin doesn't stop.
Very true.
And yeah, there you go. We've got Disclosure Day.
Very excited.
Yeah, another Spielberg. And then Wuthering Heights, Emerald Fennell's.
There's a few others in there that you
Jacob
haven't
Elordi
mentioned.
and-
It's 28 years later.
Yep, Bone Temple. Hey, look, I just put in the 20 most anticipated films.
I'm very
of the
excited for
year.
28 years. I think also there is supposed to be another Jordan Peele project. Horror
True.
project.
Yeah, I mean, I can see why supposed to be a Jordan Peele project didn't
Yeah,
make the list.
it's-
Same with the untitled Trey Parker and Matt Stone movie that was supposed to come out.
Yeah.
You know, like until we get some
Some
details
cold hard
on
evidence.
it. But you know, there's a few other films on top of that. But of those, or of the films that you know are coming out in 2026, what's grabbing you?
Out of those, I would say Mario Galaxy. My kids love it. I've really come to love it as well. At first, I was not the biggest fan. More so because of like Chris Pratt, I just think was the wrong choice for Mario.
Yeah,
At first.
he definitely grew on me. And Chris Pratt being Mario allows Charlie Day to be Luigi, and
Charlie Day's perfect as Luigi.
Yeah.
The whole cast is perfect. I just think Chris Pratt,
But I just think-
putting on a Mario voice after he had done a bunch of
He did Garfield as well, and it was like
it was more the timing of it than
did
anything.
he do a Mario? He didn't. He didn't do a Mario voice.
He does put on a little bit of a Mario voice.
Really?
Yeah.
He just sounds like it's him talking,
It does, but there's like a
except for that one bit where he does the Italian accent.
yeah. There's a
It's
bit
a
of
me!
yeah.
Yeah,
And
like, but
it's-
this is what I mean. Like in terms of that, like the fact that he was there just doing Chris Pratt meant that Charlie Day could just do Charlie Day. Now Charlie Day has that high pitched voice that's just incredible.
And then Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong.
Yeah,
Perfect.
Yep.
Even
Yep.
like Anya
Fred
Taylor-Joy,
Armisen,
I loved
Anya
as
Taylor-Joy,
Princess Peach
yeah.
as well. I thought she
And
was
Brie
great.
Larson is Rosalina in this new one. So.
Yes, yeah. They're introducing a few new characters, which
Yeah.
hopefully pays off.
Oh yeah, Benny Safdie
Yes.
as Bowser Jr.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
Jack Black.
Jack Black.
Oh my God.
What fruit is he going to sing about this time?
yeah.
Nah, he's going to start.
Peaches was
he's
like
gonna
top
be,
of our
yeah, yeah.
Spotify
Oh,
Wrapped.
It's going to be huge, I'm sure. Yeah, my son's really come to know Jack Black through Peaches and Steve's Lava Chicken.
yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, he's now referred to as Steve in our household
Yeah,
because
okay.
they've watched the Minecraft movie.
I've
now.
said to my son, that's Jack Black.
Yeah.
And now he tells me, that's Jack Black singing. And I'm like, it is Jack Black. That's right.
'Cause we've
now
had-
let's watch The Pick of Destiny.
We've had like School of Rock songs come on
Yeah,
like in the
awesome.
same playlist, and the kids will be like, "Is that Steve?" And I'm like,
Steve?
"Kind of,
Yeah.
not quite, but I'll allow it."
There's a great I Think You Should Leave sketch where
Yeah.
he's doing a driver ed school, and all of the scenes of this woman going on about these tables, and he's like, just focus on the thing, but then the situation that's happening is so ridiculous that they keep asking not about the driving stuff, but about what she's doing.
Yeah.
And then at one point they go, is that the same person? And he's like, it's the same actress. I don't know whether she's supposed to be the same character. And like he's getting like so frustrated about the fact that that's all they're focused on. It's got nothing to do with actual, ridiculous. But that's what it reminds me of.
Yeah. I
the
mean,
same
Jack
actor.
Black's having like a second generational run.
Yeah.
He did like a bunch of great movies in the early 2000s. Feel like he had a bit of a break. Came back sort of with Jumanji and that. And then he's just like, you know what? I'll just go franchise.
Yeah, Jumanji is sort of one of those ones that it's like,
I think there's another one of
there's
that
a
coming
third
out
Jumanji
next year.
coming. I don't know if it's next year, but it's coming out.
Yeah,
But they are filming it, so it's probably next year.
Possibly, yeah. But yeah, Mario, very excited for.
Yeah.
Um,
The Odyssey is obviously up there. We've discussed that briefly. We don't need to go too much deeper into that, but that's one
I'm
really up there.
getting more and more excited for 28 years later.
Yeah, okay.
for
This is
Bone
this is
Temple.
interesting too, because I remember having this discussion and you weren't like super bullish on the first 28 years later, and I mentioned Bone Temple, and you were like, you know, like a bit
There's
about
bits
it.
and pieces of the first one that I love.
Yep.
The Bone Temple part, like,
Do you feel like it's all
section
the
of it?
stuff? It looks like they've taken the stuff that you liked about it and moved
a little
it.
bit, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm really keen for that. The Jimmies, I think it is the clan.
Power Rangers,
or-
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm very interested to see where that goes
Yeah,
because
it's pretty cool.
feels really weird, and I'm like, oh, let's lean into it. Like,
Yep.
So yeah, I'm excited for that. I've heard that Danny Boyle, they're doing a third, and Danny Boyle
Yeah, I
wants to
think they
direct the
just
third.
confirmed that.
Yeah. He said
which
he
is
wants
good.
to come back to do that. So I guess they're kind of gonna wrap it up as a trilogy. And
Well, I know.
probably be done with it.
I
from
know
then.
that. Yeah, this was a similar situation to Avatar in that 28 years later in the Bone Temple was one film,
Mm.
and then they split it, and then the
Yeah.
intention was always to do a third.
So I think it's Nia DaCosta's shooting, has shot Bone
Yep.
Temple.
And that's coming out, in 15th of January, so it's pretty close,
Yeah.
which is
It
cool.
has me a little worried that it's a January release, but we'll see.
Yeah, but I don't think that has to do, it's not like a January release.
Late January, February release worries me more
Mm.
because that's usually like proper dumping ground for Hollywood.
Yeah.
But
But we're just getting a bunch of films like Marty Supreme, which is on the list, but that's
Yeah.
that's just a
Australian January release
Australian
is
January
different
release,
to
just to keep us going, because it's not.
if
it's
you've
our
ever
summer.
read that the like January releases were the dumping ground for Hollywood, and then you looked at Australia's releases, you'd be
It
like,
makes no sense.
These
It's like,
people have no
all
taste.
of the Oscars. It's all of the Oscars films. Every Oscar film.
But no,
Yeah.
it's usually those like late
Yeah.
January, early February. You can tell they're all really like
Which
smaller
it sort of
budget.
works out. It frustrates you because you don't see some of these Oscar films until January here. But it does work out in the sense that, for us, we do have a big run of good films
Yeah,
in that slower period.
yeah, most definitely.
Which is cool. And then obviously gets into, that March. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say that for me, one of the ones that, I'm just a big Star Wars nerd, and I think seeing Star Wars on the big screen again is going to be cool, and I really do hope that it doesn't just feel like a long episode of the Disney Plus show. I think there's a chance that it could, but as I said, watching the trailer on the big screen a couple of times now has made me go, oh, hold on, no, I think this actually looks cool. So
I'll definitely be watching it, but I have my reservations about Mandalorian and Grogu. When does the Ryan Gosling one come out? That's not this.
Project Hail Mary?
No.
Or
The
oh,
Star
2027.
Wars. It's a 27. Yeah, because that's Sean Levy directing.
Yeah,
and it's
that
a
I'm more
new-
excited about.
it's
I'm
a
more
new
excited about that
story
one.
and,
It looks, it sounds cool. Star Wars Starfighter, it's called.
Yes.
And that I'm excited about. But for 2026, I think that's about it. Project Hail Mary, we've briefly
I'm big on
discussed,
that.
but that I'm very excited about. So, yeah.
That's Russo brothers, isn't it? Directing. Russo
Is it?
brothers?
I don't think it's
Or
worth.
is it?
I thought they were too busy doing Doomsday.
Probably. It's the other ones. Chris Lord.
Oh,
and
yeah. It's Lord and
Uh,
Miller. Yep.
Phil Lord and Chris Miller.
Yep, Lord and
It
Miller.
is them?
I always get that mistaken because
They've both done a big Marvel movie, and they've
no.
Have Phil Lord and
They
Chris Miller
did a show with Will Forte called Last Man on Earth that I adored. It
Yeah.
was it was started in 2016 and it was basically about COVID, but if COVID kills everyone, like.
right. Okay.
Like, so literally a virus went through all of the world and then he survived.
Yep.
And progressively he found more people and it's hilarious. But his character's name in the show was Phil Miller because he co-wrote it with Lord and Miller. And
Yeah, okay.
Phil Lord, Chris Miller.
Yep.
So he was Phil Miller in that. And like literally it became like a whole, the show was so funny. One of the catches in the show was that he was this absolute dweeb, and progressively as he found a few people, he was pissing people off so much, and then they found another guy, and the other guy's name was Phil Miller.
You're right.
So then, but he was this like buff dude, he was awesome, he was always like super helpful, he had all this knowledge, and then they were like, well, everyone's getting confusing, we're gonna call you by your middle name. So he had to say, oh, my middle name's Tandy. And then for the rest of the show, he was just called Tandy because the other guy was named Phil, and they're like, he's Phil. And he's like, no, I was Phil first. And like, he's getting frustrated. It's so funny. Anyway,
I will check that out too.
it's brilliant. It's
yeah.
definitely worth a watch. It ran for 4 seasons. It's
Oh wow. Okay.
so funny. And it got canned in the Fox merger,
right. Yeah.
which is such a shame, but also by the sounds of it, Will Forte was running himself into the ground. To make it happen. Like he was writing, starring, like just works, and I don't think it would have lasted that much longer.
Yeah.
Lots of great cameos. Every season they would like stumble upon a new person and it would be someone famous and that person would immediately just die in like a really funny way.
Yep.
And you'd think, oh, this person's going to be, oh, nope, there they go.
They did.
Literally just ridiculous. And it
Yep.
was always like someone like really big name. And you'd be like, oh, and then done.
Yeah. Right.
Brilliant. Anyway, so that's why, yeah.
So
Chris
it is
Lord,
Chris
Phil Miller.
They're
Yep.
Project Hail Mary.
Project Hail
Because
Mary.
they did. Did they do the Spider-Verse?
Yep.
Yes. Yeah.
Yep.
And then did they direct a Civil War? No, that was Russo brothers.
Yep. So they did Spider-Verse. They,
Were
yeah.
they the guys that did Community?
Russo Brothers did Community.
Russo brothers. Okay. I always get those
and
two
Arrested
mixed up.
Development.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the
I always
now
get the
you're
two
gonna
mixed up.
because they did Lord and Miller did 21 Jump Street.
That's what it was.
And
yeah.
Yeah, they did.
I think it's
21
because-
Jump Street, and like they did something else.
It's because they've both like directing duos and they've both done action comedy really
Recently, And recently. So here you go. Spider-Verse, Last Man on Earth. And then they had, they did the After Party on Apple Plus. And Clone High was their show that they worked on with Bill Lawrence.
Yep.
And they did that, actually, this is really interesting. They did that in the basement of the hospital they were filming Scrubs in. And they often had the Scrubs cast on because they would just go downstairs to the basement, do their voice work, and then go back upstairs.
Yeah, okay.
And they co-did it with Bill Lawrence. So there you go.
Interesting.
And I think the janitor is actually a character in Clone High. Anyway, there you go.
Very cool.
So that's 2026. Thank you for being here for No Bad Seats for this season.
Yeah.
It's been really, really cool to be able to do this and talk about all these movies and, just geek out about these sorts of things that hopefully some people appreciate.
Hey, we got a pretty good Spotify Wrapped.
Yeah, we did get a good
cool to see
Spotify
that.
Wrapped. It was cool to see that, there's people commenting and people talking and people listening more than a lot of other shows that have started. So in 2026, let's make it even bigger and we'll figure out how to do that. And
Maybe we'll try and get some guests on at some point or something.
I think so. I think I would...
We're going to have to change up the format. Maybe we'll be just like
seats.
sat 4 people on the seats or something.
Yeah, well, that's it. We could definitely figure out how that looks.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been awesome. I know that we potentially have some guests around over the next couple of weeks. But yeah, definitely keen to see how it looks in 2026 and appreciate everybody who's been here. Until next time, remember, especially over the holidays when you're watching things like The Housemaid and SpongeBob SquarePants and Anaconda, speaking of Jack Black, and Song Sung Blue and...
just going to name off every film that you know
every other film that you're watching, there are no bad seats. And Avatar. Watch Avatar. It rules. We'll see you in the new year.
2026.